Hello, YouTube subscribers. Today or tonight, whenever you're watching this, I am doing my, my first, not really my first, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Another MCU Marvel movie. And of course, because that's what the M stands for. But anyway, well, technically for this saga, it's MCUM. But anyway, this, if you guys couldn't tell by the title, I am reviewing The Marvels. The Marvels. So, just before I start with this review, getting everything out of the way. Okay, honestly, I watched the first movie. I didn't mind the first movie. I thought it was a good movie. A 3-star movie, which I'll get around to review it, but short way to put it, I give it 3 stars. The Marvels, I give it 3 stars, just like the first movie. I know there's a lot of drama around the main actress, one of the main actresses, which is Brie Larson, the actress that plays Captain Marvel. I like Captain Marvel. I like the Captain Marvel character. I like the character Maria Rambeau character. I like Miss Marvel's character. I like the actress they got to play Maria Rambeau. Or at least in a way, short way to put this, in a way, the niece of Captain Marvel. So, and I like the actress they got to play Miss Marvel. But I know there's a lot of hate for Brie Larson. I know a whole lot of people doesn't understand or doesn't want to bother with Captain Marvel at all. I know there's just a few people who just wouldn't mind to see the Captain Marvel character just die off, disappear, poof. But I know there are Captain Marvel fans. I know because I'm one of them. I know there are Miss Marvel fans, even though I know there's a few people who didn't really care about the Miss Marvel character. But again, that's like, basically at some point, yes, I get it. There's a lot of superhero shows, and movies. There's a lot of action movies. Does not matter. Okay, by a freaking reviewing standpoint of films directly, the way we need to look at it is that we're not going to stop getting superhero films. We're not going to stop getting action films. We're not going to stop getting love movies. Romantic movies. Which also, I guess superheroes movies kind of fall in that standpoint of action and romance areas. But because superhero movies action movies like Tom Cruise, Fast and the Furious, and romantic movies is always going to be around. We're not going to get rid of them anytime soon. If you're tired of superhero movies and shows, stop watching them. Don't even freaking bother. If you're watching them for a review, think of it as a how it feels to be a Marvel or DC fan while you're watching it. If you're watching a Fast and Furious movie and trying to watch it, try and think of it as the Fast and Furious fan would. Granted, I'm gonna review those, but honestly, number 10 is not my favorite. Even though I was laughing and smiling through the whole damn thing because I thought it was just a big one joke. And I know that's how some people feel about the superhero movies and shows. But the one thing I am looking at all this, okay, yes, I will admit, I do have my Marvel movies that I do not like. I do have my DC movies that I do not like. Hell, I buy them anyway. Even though I don't like them, there's time and time again I do get in the mood to watch them. Because over time, I actually see some things, and I grew over of actually shockingly like about it. Except one Marvel movie, and that's X-Men Dark Phoenix, which I might review that. But with the MCU, it's still strong. If fans stop nitpicking so much of what they're actually watching. Okay, when it comes to comic book movies, yes, the very first Iron Man, the very first phase 1, was so strong. If you go back and actually watch them, it's no different than it is today. Because it's a comic book movie. It's taking things from comic book pages. That is exactly what this saga is doing. It's no different. Any first movie might be good. Any sequel still might be good. There's a possibility of the first movie and endless of sequels could be good or bad. The villains to any first movie or its endless of sequels could be good or bad. When I go into every Marvel movie, with DC, it's only Batman, because honestly, at this point, I dropped DC completely. DC lost me as a fan, unless it comes to Batman. And when that day comes that DC disappoints me with Batman, I'm waiting for that day to come. But until then, I'm still a fan. But with Marvel, okay, yes, the Eternals. As a Marvel fan, it took me a while to actually understand where they were going with the Eternals. Then I came back and and then when I came back to finally understood what they were doing with the Eternals, great, cool. I was actually able to explain it to my mother and sister. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Realm. I liked it. I understood it. I understood where they were going with it. Yes, I'm just gonna leave it there until I do that review. I understood it. I liked it. I understood where it was going. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Understood where it was going. I liked it. All these Marvel movies and shows that Marvel has brought out, even though it does have its negatives, I do see the negatives, and I do have my own negatives. And I'll admit to that, and but I will still defend the Marvel movies and shows because it still has something. It has something to be appreciated. It's not always just hate. And honestly, with the Marvels, okay, I've seen WandaVision. I've seen Miss Marvel. I've seen Secret Invasion. I've seen the first Captain Marvel. I've seen her in Endgame. After seeing the Marvels, this is my full fucking base opinion. By going up and down with my positives and negatives. Point blank, I give this movie 3 stars. 3 freaking stars. The Miss Marvel parts, 3.5. 3.5. Like I said, I do like Captain Marvel's I do like the idea of Captain Marvel. I do like the character. I do like the character of Captain Marvel's niece character. I do like the character Miss Marvel and the idea of Miss Marvel. Even though the MCU is changing Miss Marvel's original origin just a little bit, but 3 stars. When it comes to Miss Marvel, 3.5. Same thing with Captain Rambo or I have to look it up. Rika Rambo. Basically, Maria Rambo's daughter. I'm basically gonna put it that way. I do like. Basically, when it comes to Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Maria Rambo, 3.5 stars of acting. The story plot itself, 3 stars. The movie pace, 3 stars. The action, 3.5 stars. Actually, wait, I take that back. Actually, no, I don't. 3.5 stars. The action's good. I do like all the fighting. I like the idea of them being how their powers connected them all together. Like how Captain Marvel is like have like these, how her powers connected it to Maria Rambeau's powers, and then how her powers connected it with, and how those two combined it with Miss Marvel powers, and how her powers connected by theirs. I liked the idea, and how they were at first having trouble trying to fight bad guys and also switching out at the same time. which they were getting damage at the same time because they were switching while they were using their powers. Um, I do like I do give the scenes that they were practicing to get used to the idea of them switching and uh basically using that as their advantage is switching well and still use their powers. 4 stars. I actually give that. Actually, wait, no, 3.5, 3.5 stars. I basically give that 3.5 stars because normally it does take a while for superheroes to be like, but after butting heads and be like, you nag, it finally takes them a while to actually realize, hey, let's actually use this to our advantage. I'm actually glad it did not take them that long, like I thought it would, but it didn't. So I get that positive. The whole Captain Marvel getting married to a prince, I thought it was funny. And I liked basically I also liked the idea how it was kind of familiar to No Way Home. You got Toby, Andrew, and Tom. 3 Spider-Mans from 3 different universes, but they come together, partner up, and while they were doing that, they became brothers. Same thing with the Marvels, but all in one universe. They're all from one universe. Captain Marvel, and we already met America Rambeau as a little girl, and then now she's all grown up from the first Captain Marvel movie to now. From WandaVision to now. And then Miss Marvel, a fan of Captain Marvel. They all act like sisters, even though Captain Marvel is supposed to be like an auntie to Maria Rambeau, but still, it still felt like more of a sister-teen combo. So that I really liked. Did I really like the villain? Not so much. I really did not like the villain. Ergo, again, like I said in the beginning, you can't really always nail it with every movie villain. You always gotta have in one movie or a few that the villain is not that great. So it's like ergo. And I know my opinion is not gonna be like everybody else. I know everybody around this fucking world is gonna trash this movie. I know that already. But me, I took the time, actually got out of my house and watched the Marvels because I wanted my opinion. Because I didn't fully trash the first movie. I actually liked the first movie. 3.5 stars. For the first movie. So I basically give the same stars to this movie. And honestly, does it really pressure you to basically make a Disney Plus account to follow every Disney Plus show? No, not every. And it doesn't even and this movie doesn't even feel like it's pressuring you to get a Disney account so you know America Rambeau, how she got her powers. See, because she explains it in the movie. It doesn't pressure you to watch Secret Invasion because basically Nick Fury's been around in the Marvel movies for for how long? And I didn't even bother to wonder if there was gaps. Uh, Miss Marvel, she basically explains her situation in the movie, so it really doesn't pressure you to watch her show on Disney Plus. It or at least for me anyway, it really didn't feel that way. I know a lot of people have been saying that, but not really for me. Even though I already have Disney Plus. Um, I like. I thought it was fun. I do like most. I did like most parts, and I did find most parts funny. Like when they were switching while they were trying to use their powers. In the beginning, and I did like how it just how the beginning wasn't really slow like in most sequels. How it basically began, showed certain characters, and then quickly jumped into the action. I liked it. That was awesome. I also found that being the first action scene being really funny, and how Nick Fury. I also found it funny when when Nick Fury was trying to piece it all together himself, and I also found a part funny with all the little flurkins, if I'm saying that right, flurkins, all the little kitty flurkins, uh, uh, just taking people, just not eating them, but like saving them. How Nick Fury's like, we're using the kittens to save everyone because it's a lot more easier and faster if we do it that way. Which technically, if you actually stop and think about it, it is. If you look at that small spaceships everyone was taking, well, that Nick Fury was putting the kittens in, not everybody on that freaking ship would have fit in those. So basically, it saved everyone by having them in the cats. So it was a logic move. Nasty, but logic. Um, um, I didn't like the idea of Captain Marvel first snapping at Miss Marvel for not use her powers to save the squirrels, and having Miss Marvel being one feeling guilty about leaving certain squirrels behind, and kind of watching them die. I didn't like that part because honestly, I felt the same way. I didn't like how. And honestly, I did kind of agree with Captain Marvel, even though the squirrels kind of made a peace treaty with the bad guy. I feel like at some point she would have betrayed the squirrels and destroyed them. But um, but um, I understood why certain characters hated Captain Marvel, which by certain standpoints, I understood the villain's point of view. And we have so many Marvel and DC and other movie type villains that are the same way. You see one thing, but you actually don't know another. And honestly, it like Loki, he found out the whole truth. And at first, everyone hated him, but over time, you grew to like him. But the problem with Marvel's villains is that once you show them, you kill them off. You show them, you kill them off. Now, the smart thing with Loki, they kept him around. But again, they killed the villain, which I guess would. But technically, she killed herself, but still. kind of would have still been useful. It was cool that Captain Marvel still kept her promise that she saved Hela, not the Thor's sister Hela, the home world of the Kree, because when Captain Marvel went to save, she went back to the Kree planet, was going to show everyone that they're being controlled by the Kree army leader, and how that didn't turn out, and basically the world went to shit after Captain Marvel left, and basically at the end she promised the villain she could save it, and that she actually did that. She saved the planet and still survived during the process. So basically, overall, either other way, if you want to trash on this movie, that's you. That's fine. I can't control what everybody feels about certain movies. It's your opinion that I can agree with. I got mine. Please agree with that. Everyone can't agree on the same thing. It's like politics. So it's I basically give the Marvels, as I said it as a broken record, as I give the first Captain Marvel movie, 3.5 stars. So after all that, I do see, which I will, I do give this movie positives. If you guys want to wait to watch on Disney Plus, that's fine. That's you. I do guarantee this movie in theaters. Again, that's just me, because it was a lot more fun in the theater. It was just awesome in the theater, because it wasn't really all, for you it could be boring, but for me it was just a whole lot of fun. Like in every Marvel movie, it was fun. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Realm, that was a whole lot of fun for me. So in the theater, and that movie I would have guaranteed to go see in the theater. But so that's my review for the Marvels. Hit that like if you liked this video. Hit that dislike if you didn't like this video. Please I want to draw all you guys in as possible. Like, seriously, because I want to keep this channel alive. So old, new people, old people that's already subscribed to me, I want to draw you in. All newcomers that may drop by somewhere on my channel, I just want to draw you in, have you be on my channel, because I love you all and you guys are keeping my channel alive. Seriously, 190 subscribers. I appreciate that. But anyway, so if you're a old subscriber, welcome back. If you're a newcomer just dropping by, please hit that subscribe button, and please always make sure you watch at least one or all my videos. And also completely make sure you drop a comment down below. Anything Marvel, anything. You could ask me, drop a comment down below, to ask me to review your favorite Marvel movie, to ask me who's my favorite Marvel character, which obviously My whole channel is around Spider-Man, so my favorite character is Spider-Man. Drop a comment down below of who's your favorite Marvel character. What's your favorite Marvel movie? What's your favorite Marvel comic, Marvel video game, anything in Marvel? Drop it down below. I seriously cannot talk today. So yeah, anything in Marvel, anything around Marvel, hell, even DC, anything around DC, drop it down below. I will get around to reviewing every Marvel film. Every Marvel film and TV series that I have ever came across and liked. Have a nice day. Have a nice night. Whenever you're watching us, peace.